Here is a marriage make or break. Does the toilet paper belong over or under?
Over.
For sure over.
Definitely. Psychopaths are the under.
Welcome to Life Unleashed,
The podcast all about creating the best life for you and your furry best friend.
If you're a dog mom on the go, juggling life, work, and the endless joys of being a dog parent, then you're in the right place. I'm Dani.
And I'm Nick.
And together with the incredible dog mom community from Tails Up Pup, we're here to share advice, stories, and the obsession we have over the love for our dogs.
Get ready to laugh, learn, and lean on each other because life with your dog just got even more awesome.
Welcome back to the podcast. If you are watching, we have a special guest. And if you're listening, you'll probably hear some baby grunts.
Callan is really trying to grab the microphone. Callan, what do you want to say to the people?
Say I am 5 months old this week.
Yes, normally we film these while Callan is napping, but Callan is up from his nap now, and he is ready to be part of the podcast. So here we are.
He's holding the microphone. You're probably breathing a little too loud, sir.
Look at that smile.
All right, so I came prepared and Nick did not. So you're going to probably have to think of some things on the spot. But we are going to be debating trivial topics, basically hot takes. So
Your favorite type of podcast. You love the hot takes.
It's always spicy. Okay, we're starting off strong. Are tacos sandwiches?
Are tacos sandwiches? No, they're not.
So Nick used to have these type of debates with the team when they worked over in production.
That was probably the longest outstanding debate that we had because there were so many different opinions. I guess this is like a big internet topic. Like, what is a sandwich?
Did you guys debate tacos, or was it more like hot dogs and stuff?
No, it was like, what is a sandwich?
Yeah,
that was like the debate.
So, where do tacos fall, in your opinion?
They are not a sandwich.
Why?
There's a lot of different reasons. I tend to fall on the sandwich train of like, for it to be there's two types of sandwich words. There's sandwich as like to sandwich between, therefore like literally any food item could become a sandwich if you put it between something. But like that is the broadest definition of what a sandwich is, and that's where a lot of people on the team fell. I'm more on the strict definition of a sandwich. For it to be a sandwich, it has to be like two pieces of bread that are separated. So a taco's not separated. You know, it's like rolled up or, you know, on a shell or whatever. So it has to be two pieces of bread separated. And generally the contents of it has to be some type of like, you know, a lunch meat, lettuce, like those type general sandwich toppings to go in there.
Chicken sandwich.
That would be fine.
Chicken taco.
I think that's a chicken sandwich is a sandwich.
Chicken taco.
No, then that's a chicken taco.
I think a taco is like a wrap.
Yeah, a taco's more like a wrap.
And a wrap is not a sandwich.
A wrap is, in my opinion, is not a sandwich. They might say that it is. They would also say that an ice cream sandwich is a sandwich, and I'm like, it's ice cream sandwich between two like wafers, but that doesn't make it a sandwich.
Yeah, that's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich?
Yeah.
So this is why I always felt like that's not right, because I would say, if I said, okay, what do you guys want for lunch? You guys want this is my way to prove.
But it's not.
Wait, no, let me finish. This is my way to prove that I think my opinion.
No one's having an ice cream sandwich for lunch.
Just wait. We're talking about language. Language is specific. And if I said, hey, guys, are you fine with sandwiches for lunch? And most people would be like, sure. And I showed up with ice cream sandwiches.
That's a dessert.
Exactly. You guys everyone would say, that's not a sandwich, that's a dessert, but you just called it
a sandwich.
But you just called it a sandwich. No, it's a sandwich in the sense.
It's a dessert sandwich.
Kind of, yes. But so like that's why I'm saying that like a taco is not a sandwich. Same thing. If I said, hey, I'm gonna be bringing sandwiches for lunch, and I showed up with tacos, you'd be like, you showed up with tacos. That is why we have the word taco, is because it describes exactly what it is, and therefore it is not a sandwich.
Is cereal a soup?
No.
Why?
Okay. That's a good one. I haven't thought about this. I've thought about the sandwich topic for a long time. I just feel like, again, this is where...
What makes soup?
That's a good question. But I like the logical thought of, if I said, hey, I'm making soup for breakfast or for dinner, and I showed up with cereal, everyone would be pissed. No one would be happy with that, and they would be like, that is not soup. That's kind of how you know, is like... From a language standpoint, is it correct?
It's not soup, but it basically is soup, if you think about it.
Well, I think maybe the contents like similar to like what I feel like with the sandwich are Callan is like death gripping the microphone. I feel like for soup, it's probably like what the contents are. I feel like a cereal in there. Oh, also, okay. So the contents definitely, but I think for it to be soup, it has to be some type of like broth based thing.
Is milk broth
No,
based?
definitely not.
Okay, crunchy peanut butter or smooth peanut butter?
I've always been a smooth peanut butter person my whole life, but I don't hate crunchy peanut butter. Sometimes, like, I'm like, if it is crunchy, maybe I prefer it, like, occasionally. There's some fun things about it.
Yeah,
but I'm normally a smooth.
We normally buy smooth, but I do like a good little crunchy crunch.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Are boneless chicken wings just chicken tenders?
They're... Yeah, what are they? That's a good question. Sometimes, like, I like me some boneless wings. Like, from Zaxby's, they're boneless.
And they taste different than tenders, don't they?
Than wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely taste different than...
Boneless
Yes.
wings taste different than wings, but do boneless wings taste the same as tenders?
No, they taste different.
Yeah.
Well, a tender... Yeah, it is different. The other thing that's also different is like a Chick-fil-A chicken nugget tastes different than a Chick-fil-A chicken tender.
For sure.
Definitely. I mean, I know it's like the breading
I'm
and
team
stuff.
chicken strips at
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Get out. Why?
Because the nugs are like too little.
Get the 12 count. Yeah, I mean, yes, they are technically, I guess, still like a chicken wing, but like it is different. Yeah, I mean, I like some boneless wings. The boneless wings are nice because you don't have to worry about the bone. You can eat them with a fork and just, it's easier.
Okay, Callan has one.
Yes,
He
Callan.
just came up with this on the spot. Do babies deserve to get paid if they are bringing revenue to the business?
Well, it's so funny that you say that. I mean, like, literally, Callan is a baby model for us. And, like, theoretically, I'm pretty sure that, like, you could pay, like, the business could pay him for that. Because, like, he would be getting paid. If he was doing that for, like, somebody else's business, he would definitely be getting paid.
He would like a paycheck.
You want a paycheck, Callan?
Yes. Say, I do all this work. Where's my check, sir?
He's like, I have to do all this modeling, and I never signed up to be a model. Callan, but you look so cute. We love taking photos of you.
Everyone always says that he's such a smiley baby, and like for us it's normal, but we were just in a scene where there was like a bunch of other babies, and then you realize how like he actually is very smiley.
Yes, he is.
Like I just think every baby's like this, but apparently not. We have been blessed with a happy baby.
Callan, what makes you want to smile so much?
Say I'm living the life. All right, here is a marriage make or break. Does the toilet paper belong over or under?
Over.
For sure over.
Definitely. Psychopaths are the under. There was someone at the office that, like, when
they would always put it under.
They would always put it under.
I think it was Connor.
You think it was Connor?
Yeah.
Connor's crazy.
Yeah.
But you don't know that for sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there are some people out there that, like, it's under, and I'm like, no, definitely over.
All right, Nick's take on this is about to be hot and spicy. Do dogs belong in the bed?
It depends. Generally, I think it's fine for them to be in the bed when, like, you're not sleeping. So, like, if you get in bed and you're, like, hanging out, they can be up there with you. But, like, when I'm sleeping, I really can't sleep well with the dogs in the bed.
Yeah, he kicks them off.
Okay, I'll say this. They're fine to be in the bed, just not on my side. Like, if they're on my side, the dogs know. Like, they know that I'll boot them off. Danielle just lives with it. But, yeah, I end up booting them off my side. So they all end up collecting on Danielle's side of the bed. So she'll have, most of the time, Holly will sleep on the ground and Gracie will sleep on Danny. But neither of them start out in the bed for sleep, but Gracie sneaks up there in the night and she knows not to come on my side.
Should you shower in the morning or at night?
I'm always been an at night showerer.
Showerer.
Yeah. The main reason I don't like I shower in the morning after I work out. And that's fine. But like, I really prefer to go to bed like clean. And I also like some people like get home from work and they're like, or whatever, like once they get back in their house, that's one of the earlier things that they do. I like showering to be one of the last things before going to bed. Like shower, wind down, sleep.
If you don't shower at night and you only shower in the morning, that seems so dirty to me. Like your bed is probably so nasty.
Well, first off, like if you are working out, like I feel like you kind of have to shower, but there's a lot of people that, they'll shower. Everyone has different showering like preferences, I guess.
At night is the only correct answer.
I feel like no matter what, generally I take 2 showers a day. I take one after my morning workout. And like I sweat so much that if I didn't shower, like would just so gross. And then at night I want to be clean when I get into my bed, so that's why I shower at night. But some people like to shower to wake up.
Okay, this is a on the spot one too. Is it inappropriate to change your baby like in a public setting? Like, should you go into a bathroom?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like normally, I don't know.
I feel like it depends on the age. Like when they're this little, I don't think it's inappropriate. But when they're older, it probably is more respectful to take them somewhere. But as a parent, I would understand like you changing your baby anywhere because a lot of times bathrooms are pretty dirty.
And a lot of bathrooms may not have like a
It depends where you are.
station.
Like, should you change your child on the floor of the church? No. Like, go into the bathroom.
Yes.
But like, if you're outside or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, don't change them on the table in a
or like
restaurant.
If you're in Target or whatever, and like you have to change your baby. Don't like stop on the aisle floor and change them there. Go to the I feel like going to the bathroom is more appropriate. But yeah, I guess location dependent.
We've actually found ourselves changing him in the trunk a lot.
Yeah, I feel like if there's a good place to go, then that's probably what you should do. And if it's not easily accessible and you have to change them, then you need to change your baby. That's kind of how I feel.
Is it okay to wear socks to sleep?
Yes.
What?
It is okay, but I don't do it.
It is not okay.
No, what if some people like have cold feet?
No. You can wear blankets.
Yeah, I don't sleep with socks, but I think it's fine. Do what you want. Live your life.
No, don't live your life
sleep
that
with
way.
Socks.
When you're on an airplane, is it rude to recline the seat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. But, is it rude? I feel like it's less rude if the person in front of you reclined.
Like it can be a whole train.
A chain reaction.
Yeah, everyone reclines, then it's not so bad.
Why do I feel fine I never am the recliner first.
No.
There are some people out there that as soon as they get on, they recline, and the stewardess has to be like, "Sir, recline or put your seat up for takeoff."
Yeah.
Like, why do some people do that right away?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could never.
I pretty much never recline my seat in the airplane.
Do you think that designer brands are worth the price?
It depends.
I thought you were gonna
really
say that.
depends. There are definitely some brands that like I think live up to the hype of like their price tag and all those things. For some reason, I don't know. I think a lot of brands, like the reason they end up getting that reputation is because it's good quality and things like that. So like there's definitely stuff that is totally worth the money and worth the price. Callan, you have a strong statement on this, it seems like.
I feel like I need a boom mic so I could be hands-free and hold him.
He says little sleepies for the win. If you get me
Yeah.
off-brand things, not the same.
He definitely does feel that way.
What do you think?
I think it depends, but I think to a certain extent, you're paying, like there are different qualities of products, but then once it gets to a certain tier, you're paying for the brand over like it being a superior product.
I'm really not one for like paying for things that like, like a Rolex or like Louis Vuitton or things like that are like starting to become more like status symbols. Like when you're getting to like those ultra brands, I don't really care that much for that. If it's functional and it's going to last and be good, sure, maybe a Rolex could last that much longer and not need to be like recalibrated time-wise, but like for that extra money, I'm not sure. For me, it's not worth it.
Okay, so like leggings from Lululemon are definitely a better
Superior.
quality than like Target leggings. But then like if Hermes was selling leggings, I don't think that they could be that much more better for that much higher of a price.
No, I definitely agree with that. Typically clothing is like, I feel like the lower end clothing, there's a big difference between that and like a really good high quality brand. Like Arc'teryx, for instance, like Danielle learned this about like a rain jacket. She was like, "Oh, my rain jacket from Target or whatever is fine. It was probably like $30 to $40." And I'm like, if you're going to be outside and pouring down rain for hours and hours and hours, you're going to get wet in that rain jacket. You can literally be out in an Arc'teryx rain jacket every day, all day, and you're never going to get wet.
He was right.
And it will last like forever as long as you take care of it.
Yeah, I was soaking wet in my Target one, and ever since I've used his Arc'teryx one, I'm always dry. So it does make a difference.
I am also like for sunglasses, for instance, like I feel like
Polarized.
It's worth the money to pay for that stuff. Danny and I generally do a pretty dang good job of taking care of our stuff. And so I feel like if you are somebody that is going to take care of your stuff, you don't mind kind of having that one staple item, then it's probably better to splurge a little bit and spend for the extra higher quality thing. But some people, like clothing wise, are like, I never want to wear the same thing again. Are you really going to want to spend that much money? Like these flannels that I wear were not cheap at all, but like I have 3 of them and I wear them all the time. And I don't mind like repeating my stuff. So clearly.
Yeah. If you wear your stuff a lot, then you get the use. Like my mom is deciding on a mattress and she's like, I don't know if I want a Tempur-Pedic like you guys because it's so expensive. And I'm like, the amount of hours that you spend on the mattress and sleep a good night's sleep, think about how the cost is actually pretty low. Like it is worth it.
And how much that like affects your day. Like if you have bad sleep and you wake up, I mean, it's worth its weight in gold, it feels like.
Okay, I only have one more on my list. So are you coming up with any?
We'll see.
Are smart home things cool or creepy?
Like what? Like a camera?
Or even like an Alexa.
There's definitely creepy aspects about them, but I tend to not be that creeped out by that stuff. Like
we're not creeped out enough to not have them.
I would not be someone that had cameras in my house. I really would be. That does creep me out. Like even if it's like, it's not necessarily that I feel like other people are watching me per se. It's just like I don't want all of it, like my whole life to be recorded. Like you just don't know who gets into it. It's not necessary for me.
I will say that our home that we moved into has the light switches that you can use on your phone. And at first I was like, but now I like actually use them, and it's very nice to not have to get up, walk across the room to turn a light on, and I can just do it from my phone. So some things are convenient.
I probably am a broken record on this, but are socks worth spending extra money on?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a Bombas boy for life.
I guess that goes with name brand stuff. Like you like bougie socks.
Yeah. But they are so superior and they last so long. And I mean, it is the first thing that's going on your foot. Like your shoe's important, so your sock is also important.
Oh, I know a controversial one with babies. There is a thing that people say, do not put your babies into containers, and it's bad for their development. And overall, that is, I guess, probably pretty scientifically proven. But I do think if you do them for short periods of time, they're fine, and they can actually help your baby learn how to do certain things. And we definitely love a good container sometimes.
Yes. Well, and I think it breaks up like where they are, what they're doing. And
by container, we mean like a walker or like a sitting thing, anything that allows your baby to not move fully freely.
And sometimes like Callan needs like a good break between like activities and things like that. And if he's calm in that, that's a good, transition thing between stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
Dog seat covers or no seat covers?
In the car?
In the car.
People who don't have seat covers are savage. But we have shedding dogs and we have dogs that we take hiking. So like to preserve our cars to the best of their ability, having a seat cover is pretty important.
But I know a lot of people that like they do all that stuff with their dogs and they just let them in the car and I guess they clean it later or whatever. Like they just don't care. Like the dog's getting in the car and doing what the dog does. It doesn't matter to them.
We love our seat cover. We got ours from Orvis and it is very nice to have.
Yes. But I mean, there's people out there that are savage, like you said. They just let them go in. Oh, you have a hot take. You're like so anti-physical books reading.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that recently.
Yeah, Team Kindle.
Team physical book for sure, hands down. Oh, screen time. What about screen time?
What about it?
Can babies have any screen time?
Okay, it is definitely understandable why people do it, because even just to have a few minutes of like quiet time or distraction, it would be really nice. We don't do much of that. We do like never turn the TV on at home. He like gets to FaceTime his grandma and stuff, but other than that, we don't do much screen time. But we do have electronic toys and things that light up. But I do think that, if there weren't two parents that were involved, and like if you were like a single parent, like solo parenting a lot, like I would understand needing a break and needing to turn the TV on.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel overall. Callan doesn't really get much screens, but at some point that's going to change. I think we feel the most like strongly about it, like when since we don't have to do the screens, we are able to tag team and spend time with him and not have him in front of a screen. But eventually, I'm sure he'll watch TV and things like that.
What kind of question is that? What if we got his first words on the podcast one time? Not today, but one time.
That would be wild. I wonder what his first word is going to end up being.
Mama.
Mama?
Yeah.
What about daddy?
Nope. Say mama, mama. The tried and true, always hot take question, if you ask anyone, is always, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Sure. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we're fine with it. We don't ever choose it, but if it was the only option, we would eat it.
I mean, there's occasionally, like, if somebody orders a Hawaiian pizza, I'm like, yeah, that was great. I'm happy with it. I don't order it myself, like you said, but it can be good. It's not like a last resort.
Nick's favorite is barbecue chicken pizza.
Yes, barbecue chicken is slaps.
I'm a plain Jane. I would always order cheese.
Yeah, you're like cheese. Cheese for the win. I don't know why.
It's good. It's always good.
I don't love olives on my pizza.
I hate olives in general.
I love olives. I just don't love them on the pizza. I don't think I like salty on pizza.
No anchovies.
Yeah, some people like anchovies, and they're too salty. It's not that I hate anchovies. I just not on my pizza.
Well, Callan is getting squirmy, wormy, and talkative, so I think we're going to have to cut this podcast here. But
there were some good ones.
There were some good ones.
I'm surprised that you brought up the sandwich one. That is like I will like die on my deathbed keeping my position. No one can change it.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.